it's going to be a tough job after such a good presentation. I just need to take you like 5,000 feet down from the level where we were, because it's mainly about the task that we got from Renault a couple of years ago when we started, and because what we've seen yesterday was a great presentation from the Peugeot team about how they utilize the EMP platform, how they utilize the first-party data, how they mix the data, and how actually large project that is in order to orchestrate everything. And what I wanted to share is a little bit different approach that we've done together with Lucy from Renault in Russia around 3 years ago, when we thought, okay, hey, we need to build internally a business case to support a certain direction of using the first-party data inside a certain marketing mix, but without investing too much in the beginning. So we had this situation that is kind of typical for Russia. So it's easy for us as a company as IgnitionOne to do projects in Western Europe or Southern Europe, where Google and Facebook cover up 99% of the market. Thank you, it's done. But then we go to Russia, and then Google is not as strong as Yandex, Facebook is not as strong as Kontakcie or Odnoklassniki, so it's a completely different environment. We as a company, an international company, we're not connected directly to these publishers, and now we have a situation that every smart digital campaign has to be run on these outlets, otherwise they will not perform. So what we did is that we took these audiences that we have, the first-party data of Renault, and we provided it to their media partner, to OMD. Where we started, it was just universal cookie pool. It was not a DMP platform. Right now, currently, it is a DMP platform. I think Renault takes around 120 different data points into the analysis from media, mix it with our first-party data, create audiences, push it to different media outlets. But at that moment, what we did is that, it was around 3 years ago, September 2015, right? What we did is we just connected cookies with OMD, and then these cookies from this universal cookie pool were used in the media, just in order to improve the results. The same methodology as a couple of you already are doing in Europe, which means that we just take our bubbles and we separate them to early stage of interest, mid-level and highly engaged people. That allows the company to bid differently when buying media, or even change the communication. Of course, what OMD is doing, they use it in search, which is like AdWords on Yandex, but it's called Yandex Context. And of course, they produce much better results. A couple of years ago, with a very simple, straightforward methodology, currently right now, of course, with DMP. So what it looks like, the main number I would like to share is that the conversion rates in search are around 11% higher than the conversion rates achieved with Yandex methodologies that were previously used for remarketing. Very similar results. Still, we continue these kind of activities for the last 2-3 years together with OMD. And the conversion rates in display remarketing compared to the methodologies that were used previously in remarketing are around 20% higher. So this is just a proof that it works from a very basic thing. But there is something very important behind it. So when we started, when Lucy was actually pushing us to push this data towards media, the only missing element was actually the media house, right? That would take that data and start bidding properly. So again, a very simple approach, matching data between cookies in order to make them available to this media partners. But what was also important, we couldn't invest too much on both sides to check if it's going to work in Russia. Again, Eastern Europe is a completely different story than Western and Southern Europe when it comes to conversion rates, to trust to the business online. And so what we did is that we tried to convince the agency to work. And right now with many of our customers where we have the proof of concept that it works, and it's easier to just kick the agency to work with you. At that moment, how long did it take you to convince them?
Around a year.
Around a year, up to 2 years in total, because we gave them data, they started running campaigns, and we asked them after a couple of months, it's like, all right, so what are the results on our data? I'm not sure if we use that.
results, what results?
Yeah, exactly. So we pushed more and more, and Lucy was actually the expert of kicking them right where it hurts, right? And then after a year and a half, we started getting the traction with the partner, and they realized it's a good data and it's valuable and it's not against their business, and they can actually bring more value to the customer. So now, yes, now this is a big platform, lots of data points being mixed together. But again, we started very small, we started with a very baby steps and a lot of nudging, right? So this was the approach. So not always from the big C that when you need to start with a huge platform, tiny steps, and it also works. So I know that a couple of you are sometimes having these kind of challenges with your media house or the default agencies. There is a methodology for that also. It's a baby steps. Thank you very much.